So, good morning everyone. If you watched the last video, you'll know it ended exactly here. I've now just uploaded the video. No, I haven't. I'm uploading the video. I've just edited, exported, set it to upload, and it says out 1 hour and 56 minutes. So, yeah, I've got my phone wedged in the skylight of the boat to get as much reception, which then the laptop is right under the skylight, so it's as close as it can be. And yeah, this seems to get in about 4 meg upload, which obviously isn't great, but the fact is it's a 4 gig video, which for some reason is so big. But yeah, so I should actually upload a video on time for once. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you like that video. It wasn't anything special. I never showed you the actual doors though, because I lost the time lapse. As I said, it was a bit very, I know I didn't, I deleted all of that because I lost it. Yeah, basically it's a very tricky process doing the time lapse, because I don't know if it's like it with all cameras, but if mine dies or shuts off after the time lapse and you haven't selected create video, you then just end up with a load of photos which should be a time lapse but isn't. And I have once, and I'm never doing it again. Once I put them all in the timeline, set them to 0.1 seconds, and it made the thing, and then I exported that into a little clip because it wasn't fast enough. It wasn't a time lapse, it was still jittery, and then I sped that little export up and it made the time lapse. But I'm never doing that again. So I will do a time lapse today because I've just got to do more doors. It's Monday, as I said in the last video. If you watched that. If you didn't watch the last video, go check it out in the card up here. So yeah, it's Monday. Hopefully gonna get these doors up and in because they're quite simple. It's a lovely sunny day again, and yeah, I'm gonna try not to do too much rambling. I really didn't have much footage. There was one day where I filmed gluing it together. That was one day, and then there was 2 other days that I filmed, and somehow I ended up with about 2 hours footage and turned it into a half an hour video. I thought it was going to be like a 10-minute video because there was no footage. No idea. I'll just flip you around and show you what I did at the end of the video, which I said I was going to do a time lapse and obviously show you, but I never did. Towards the end at this stage, the saying is always, it's getting there. How's Van going? It's getting there. It is getting there, but it's just not quite there yet. Hopefully this week, I mean it better be, because I want to get it uploaded. Well, yeah, hopefully it'll be published for sale by the time this video goes up. Fingers crossed, and fingers crossed it passes the MOT, otherwise it's going to be a nightmare. So, as you can see, pretty much all there. These catches are on. There you go, nice. Doors now open better than the last video, because they have handles. The fridge I still need to work out because it's the same day I recorded that clip. This opens like so, and that they need buffers, but these are going to have lights. I'm going to be using these little mortise switches as the stop for the door as well, because that's a 2-in-1 thing. Then I don't have to put a block and this, because this will do the same thing. So this one doesn't need it because it's so shallow and it's just a utility cupboard. I'm going to put it in this one, little LED lights, so that's going to go there. A bit cardboard in the way at the moment. Same in there, and then that will shut onto that because currently that one shuts too much. And same with this one, because same thing, because they don't have any buffer. So this one will just keep going. In it goes. Yeah, and then the tiles are also grouted. My friend came over yesterday and did it. Same friend who helped me last time. That was quite fun. Yeah, and then I'm trying to get these little wooden strips on here, but I don't have enough like nice chrome or stainless, yeah, stainless screws. If I show you this side, I've done this side, but I didn't have enough for the other side, so I'm gonna have to change them out for some other dome-headed screws. They want to be dome-headed just because I don't want it pulling into the wood, because basically this is only 6mm, because that's the only bit you'll see, and there's going to be a cushion there anyway, and I just wanted to cover the join, and also it will strengthen the 6mm a bit, which it does. It does a really good job. It does exactly what I want it to. I just need some different screws. More trim over here, just like the portholes, and then there's also more trim on the countertop just there for the window there. So lots of trim. Sorry I'm very wonky. I'm going to set you up on a time lapse while I build these doors up here, and yeah, hope you like this video. It's not going to be anything special again because this week is the week. So yeah, hope you're all having a great week and have a great time. Yes, very chaotic for me. I also want to wash the van, you know, take it for an MOT, get it weighed, build boxes under the diesel heater, still got to put a door in the cab, work out what I'm doing, curtain or door up there, probably a door just because, yeah, my mum said there's too many doors and swinging out things, but I was like, yeah, it's easier than a curtain. Need a curtain for the sliding door window and possibly for that one. I don't bother with the portholes because there's not much light coming in. People can just stuff things in there normally. You know, I'm not doing massive personal touches. I'm just doing like finishing touches, like, you know, you do need a curtain for the massive window. So someone could get in here because the portholes, you can't see in them. They're too high up and they're so small and they're tinted, so no much big of a deal. Before I ramble on and make another half an hour video, let's get cracking. Okay everyone, so I've just fitted all of these catches, as you can see, those ones. They're really nice to fit. I just fit the top one first, the bracket that it goes into, and then I fit the bottom bit, just fit it like that. But yeah, I've made these drawers perfect this time. They really nicely clip in because they do have a self-clip thing. But sometimes it can be a faff getting that right. But yeah, these work really well. As I say, I really recommend these. I'll put a link to these brass catchers down below. Yeah. And then the soft close, of course. And this one as well. And what I've done for the buffers on this one is I've put the little mortar switch, which will eventually house LEDs in there. So when you open the door, you get light in the cupboard. And this one is the same, just over there. As you can see, there is the mortar switch, and then you shut that, and then again over this one there is also a mortar switch. Yeah, and then this one has the synced butt up against, and I don't think I'm going to put a light in there because it's just more like a utility cupboard. It's not like something that small things will get lost because it's quite a big cupboard anyway. This corner cupboard is a death trap, so you will need it. I still have a water level gauge to fit, so that will be going in this corner here. Obviously I need to drill it, so that's why there's no floor there currently in the bottom of the cupboard. Yeah, really nice. And then the progress from today is this stuff up here. Now these are nice. So just unlock again. I've done it also, it's clockwise to lock, anti-clockwise to unlock, just because I'm like that. And then these hinges, they're just really nice, really subtle, just got like a little spring in them, really simple to fit. They've got 2 diagonal oval holes and then 2 circular holes, so put 2 screws in the oval holes. Then I measured, when I shut the hinge on the door, I measured to the centre of the hole, and then I marked that on the wood so I knew where to go, and I only messed it up. It was only incorrect once and I had to slightly move it because it overlapped the frame and wouldn't shut. But on this one it went smooth as day. Yeah, same thing. And they hold the cupboards up obviously, and then they also pull it back down, as you can see. And then these I'm not doing, because they're so small, they're literally that size of my hand. Because they're so small, there's no point in having LEDs in the cupboards because there's no power up here, so it would have been a right faff to run power just for these 2 cupboards when the light already passes into the cupboard very nicely anyway. And then lock, lock, and there you are. Oh, I totally forgot about this cupboard today. But yeah, I'll be doing that one tomorrow. And then here I've still got to fit these catches. I was just about to do it, but it's like 9 o'clock. I really can't be asked to fit these at the moment. And I did this as well, finally, because the sink kept getting dirty just from splashes. It's stainless steel, but the splashes stain it. So I cleaned it out with a nice cloth. Now it looks like new again, apart from the new splashes, but I'll clean it out before I take pictures. And then this fell apart because I marked out where the sink and cooker were and didn't pocket hole them. So then when I cut the sink cutout out of the countertop, it just fell out and broke. So I re-glued it and put a load of pocket holes in it, and then I routed the corners of this all around there, and even on the underside, and even on the underside of that, and the whole thing feels so smooth because I also sanded it. Obviously it needs varnishing, but yeah, I took the advice from my last one because it used to drip onto the countertop. Drilled a hole right under there, which is your lift up, and obviously you drip down. So yeah, oh, and also the grouting's done. Show you like this. As you can see, really getting there. I am so chuffed with the progress on this fan this weekend, really. Just, I think I haven't done that much. My friend came over and needed the grouting and stuff, and girlfriend, and did some staples that I poked through the thing, and painting and varnishing. But yeah, I haven't done that much, but it's just the finishing touches sort of thing. So, good morning everyone. You lost me for 2 days there. I just was cracking on. I filmed on Tuesday when I went to my mum's. Then I came back here on Wednesday and I've done some bits and bobs. And then yesterday was Thursday. I fitted the water tank, the wastewater tank, under the van, which went very well. And then this morning was going to be MOT, but I just got a text saying the emissions machine isn't working, so he'll let me know, so you can't do the MOT. And went to fire up the diesel heater earlier this morning, and it just cut out and went cold. Basically the flame keeps burning out. I've tried loads of times and it keeps happening, so it probably won't be fixed by the time this video goes up, which will be Monday, so because today's Friday. So if you do have any suggestions as to why the diesel heater, pretty much like a couple of seconds after the glow plug goes out, the flame soon after goes out, so it's almost like it can't keep up the flame for some reason, which is weird. It should be able to, because, well, it just should, because that's how it works. So yeah, it goes when the glow plug's on, burning the diesel, the glow plug goes off, it keeps burning for a little bit longer, but not much, and then it will cut out. But the fuel pump will keep going, and the heater will keep thinking it's going, and then it will give me the temperature sensor error because it's gone cold. But obviously it's not a temperature sensor because it has actually gone cold. So yeah, if you got any suggestions, do drop them in the comments below. Thank you very much for your fridge suggestions in last week's video. I think I'm going to do a little keyhole cutout with like a little brass or something, one of those key drop things, so you can stick your finger in and lift up the catch rather than ruining the fridge, as a few of you said, so thank you very much. Yes, and now I'm about to fit the wastewater, seeing as the rest of the day's right off. Well, I will be finishing the cushions today and they will be getting here, so it'll be just finishing and then get the MOT done, get the pictures done, sort the diesel heater out next week. It doesn't need to be sorted out for the pictures. So yeah, because I know for a fact Luke, for example, his van's been up there, what, 3 months now or something? 2 months? Something like that. And it hasn't sold. It's winter time, people aren't buying vans, but I just want to get it up there so if someone comes along, it's up there for them to see. So, I'll show you the wastewater in a second. I've started doing something else now. I'm fitting this water level sender, or just level sender, because they're for fuel as well. The thing that slides along a bit of metal, as you can see, slides up and down, screws in the top, and it has a really cool gauge that goes with it. Well, actually you buy them separately. I'll put a link to both of them in the description. It costs £5 cheaper than the plastic crappy motorhome ones, yet seems loads better. There's a European and American versions. The European is 0 to 190 ohms because it's measured in resistance as to where the water is. So you want the 0 to 190 if you're in the UK, and also the gauge that goes with that, otherwise they won't read each other. I have yet to test if these two work together. Hopefully they will. Apparently they will. But basically you have two cables on the end of it. You have a brown and a blue. There's no instructions that came with this, so I'm going to assume the blue is negative and the brown is positive. So you earth the negative to the earth system, and then the positive goes to the sensor, goes to the gauge, and this goes to the sensor cable on it, and then on the gauge, which I'll just go grab now to make things simpler. So here's the gauge, and you'll see what I mean when I say it's loads nicer. There you are, look at that. Isn't that smart? Empty and full, just like, you know, a fuel tank, but it does actually say water. Water, as you can see there. You can get wastewater ones of these that says waste there, and you can also get fuel ones, obviously, because it's fuel. So this has 5 cables coming out the back of it. You have, well, basically it says what they do there. So you've got the blue here, which is the negative, and then you've got the red right next to each other, and that's the positive. So that's your positive and negative. And then the black goes to the sensor positive. So those two go to each other like that. And then the red and, sorry, no, the orange and yellow are what colour backlight you want. You either get yellow or red backlight, but obviously they've already used a red cable, so they've picked orange. And I will switch the backlight so it's not draining power constantly, which they do recommend in the instructions. This does come with instructions, and they do seem pretty readable. I could only find this directly from China though, so bear that in mind. I could find the waste ones in England for some reason, but not the actual thing. And oh yes, there's also a resistor that comes in the box for the gauge, which I've just respotted. There it is, in between the instruction manual. They do have a diagram in here that is fairly easy to understand if I just pop it up on screen now. So you can see the resistor goes in there. I think it's in between the positive cable on the gauge and the battery. So yeah, wrong way. So yeah, this is pretty easy to fit. Currently I've just drilled a 35mm hole, I think, in the top of the tank, which was a faff because it's in the corner. That was fun. I held a mug under to catch any bits, and I only got like 2 bits. That was all that fell through though, it all came out the top. And then for these, it provides you with self-tapping screws, like nice big chunky ones. So you want to drill a 4mm drill bit, I just tested it, into the holes, and then you can, then it will screw in pretty nicely. Now I'll show you the wastewater, because I feel like it. Well, after I show you yesterday's progress, as you can see, I got the doors on there, and I got the trim in there. Anyway, if you take a look under here, I'm no expert, I've never done an underslung tank before, so correct me if I'm wrong, but basically it seems pretty damn sturdy, and that's all that matters to me, to be honest. So if you look under there, you can see basically it's the wastewater pipe comes from above the chassis rail, just up there, and then it comes in, and I've drilled a hole in the top of this 10-litre tank, and then it sits in there and just fills this tank, obviously. This is just because I reused a water butt. The tap is off. The tap doesn't really work. It does shut off, but it doesn't really open very well because the mechanism's broken inside it. This is then angle bracketed onto the side of the van, bolted through to this bit of alley here, and then also bolted through the chassis and propped up on bits of wood to make it thick enough, and also to allow for the pipe to come in. And then there's also a breather outlet just there, if you can see that. So that's what I've done. It does not move. It can't move because this outlet here is this side of the pump, this side of the rail, so it can't slide this way. And then there's also a beam there that you can see, and that stops it sliding that way. So it cannot go anywhere, even if it could move a bit, which it can't. So it's damn sturdy. It ain't going anywhere. So I think that's all that matters. I've done it right. And then obviously you can see here it comes out, goes down to a tap where you can open it, and then here it comes right out the bottom, just there. So yeah, well, I think that's all that's necessary to do. The wastewater pipe does go above the exhaust, but it goes also above a chassis rail, so it's protected, and there's also a handbrake cable above there, and this is the heat shield for the exhaust, so not much heat should actually get up there. It's the first cloudy day we've had in a very long time, and wow, is it warm. Everything's defrosted instantly. It was like -5 last night, and now it's nothing, no trace of any frost. This it says a 52mm drill hole, but I actually have a 51mm, and that also fits around both absolutely fine. So if you got a 51mm, that'll do. If you got a 52mm, that'll do. So yeah, so I'm going to drill a 51mm hole into the side of the cupboard, and then I'm going to slot this in, and then I'm going to think about maybe wiring the old bit up. I have got my electric bit box here, because yeah, I was considering doing the in-cupboard lights anyway. So yeah, let's get this started. I'll just drill a hole and then get this put in, etc, etc. So hello everyone, you can see here, well, you can probably hear the water's filling up, and that is because I've just hooked up, crudely, the water meter. And here you can see it's filling up. Now I know it's a bit of a silly place to put it, but I don't really know where else to put it. I think it would look a bit random just there. It probably would have done well up there, but oh, that's, yeah. So now it's 3/4 full, as you can see. Well, nearly 3/4 full. And yeah, it's got red backlight I put on it in the end. I'm going to put, like I said, a switch for the backlight, probably just here. But yeah, it was empty, so I wasn't sure if it was actually working, so I've just started to fill it up, and I also want to fill it up to get it weighed as well, so it's got a full water tank. So yeah, I'm going to turn this off before it overflows. So, hello everyone, look at this, so clean. Bumpers, lovely. The previous owner, or someone in the past, has put some like bumper black or something on, but it's weird because it looks really nice when you clean it, but then it starts going grey. And then, so as you can see, as it's drying, it's going grey, and you can always see these drip marks that are left over when it dries. So I'm going to heat gun them, which I did on the sliding door. But it was still muddy at the time. It was just a test, and it worked really well. So now I've cleaned it, I will black the bumpers. You can sort of see the way that end one is light, and I did this one and it's not light. I think that's the difference. because it looks really nice when they cleaned it, but now it's as it's drying, it's not looking as nice. Really smart, so clean. I mean, you know, it's not a perfect van. There's a few dings here and there, but I mean, for a 9-year-old van, you're going to expect that. There's another one up there where the catch has probably failed once upon a time. You've got a little one here. This light is a little bit condensatey, and this one's a little bit cloudy. I think this one's been replaced at one point. Yeah, so it's not a perfect van, but it is a very tidy van. I mean, if you just take a look at here, I'll probably have to put the light on and up the exposure. Look at those wheel arches. I mean, I've never seen something like it. For a 10-year-old van, that is actually amazing. So yeah, the MOT, as I said, has moved to Tuesday now, so I think I'm going to post it either on Monday or Tuesday. I'll be taking the pictures probably tomorrow, because there's a car there at the moment, and it should go tomorrow because it's Monday. It's a neighbour's car, and then I can just park the van across the drive like I did last time and take some nice pictures. I'll put a link to the listing down below if I get it done by the time this video goes out, which I might do 5 PM tomorrow. Name the van Daisy this time. Daisy the Daily. So, good morning everyone. It's actually Monday and I didn't get any of the stuff done yesterday. I just did some other bits. Yeah, but I'm going to do the bits today. So this is the trim. It is tiny, as you can see. It's 6mm beading, I think it's called. I'm not greatest with the trim terms, so it's very hard to tell which side needs mitering, but I have got it right. If I spin you around to here, here's the edge of the tiles, and then that's going to go up against there, and then it goes right down to the bottom of the countertop down here. Anyway, I can't remember if I showed you these cushions that we made. Me and my mum made them. I mean, I did show you them, of course, but I'm not sure if I showed you them in here. As you can see, they fit very nice. This one had to be cut round the pillar, which made it really confusing. And then they've just got Velcro on the bottom. They're really, really nice. Considering it's the first time my mum's ever sewed cushions, and obviously the first time I have too. Yeah, it worked really well, actually. So yeah, I'm confident I could do this again for another van, or my van, or whatever van. So, good morning everyone. It is currently Wednesday morning. It's about 9:30. Yep. Yesterday was Tuesday. The van went for its MOT. It passed with no advisories. Second time in a row. So that's great. Yeah, so really proud of this van. I tell you, as I said earlier in this video, whoever gets this van is very lucky. It is a solid van. Right, moving on. Yes, I didn't upload on Monday because I was too busy doing this thing here. I just didn't get the time. So it's going to be 2 weeks in one video. I'm going to crack on, and I'm probably going to film a bit. I'm going to do bits of copper, hang this door anyway, even though I messed it up because it's in the cab. You won't really see it in the pictures, so I could just do it after taking the pictures, because today is the day I want to take the pictures and get it uploaded, Wednesday. So yeah, the link will be in the description for the for sale of this van. Just on a quick note, another thing I did is install the LED strip in this trim. This trim's only temporary, it still wobbles. I need to fix it in today, that's another job. But if I push the switch for the door, you probably can't see, but that has now lit up, so let me bring you closer. As you can see, there is a slight line where the light coming in, and then it will dim as it turns off. You can really see it up here actually. So here is the door. It fits in very nicely with a bit of room so it can actually move, and it clears the tap Oh, with millimeters. And I did know that. It was very much planned because I wasn't going to fit a door once I realised the tap was going here. But then, after I realised how low the tap was, I realised it would work. So, here we are. As you can see, we can latch, and then it doesn't open, and then we can unlatch. You can have it open while you're driving if you want, or while you're cooking, and you can have a little look at the window. Yeah, I quite like it. I need to find out a way to make it stay up, but that's another thing for another day. But for now though, another job that I didn't show you is this shelf here. It's got this lovely live edge to it, which is really nice, and I've sanded it really smooth, and it's just pocket holed into the wall with glue onto the wall, and then also it's screwed in from the side of this cabinet from the inside. Now, because I bought this so long ago, it actually has quite a big bend in it because it's been thrown around for ages. It does look really nice and aged, which I think is a nice touch. I quite like that with copper. Yeah. So here we are, everyone. As you can see, I've got all these curtain rings on. So now we can hook the curtain onto there, and it can slide along, and then I can attach these magnets. Well, my mum can sew them in to the curtain, and then it can magnetise to the door with these incredibly strong magnets. So it keeps it up against the door, rather than having two rails. It is a lovely summer's day today, honestly. Absolutely boiling. Like, you can feel it's spring nearly, even though it's January. Because, you know, you get the warm sun, not just cold sun. A summer sun. Anyway, enough of that. Now, if you take a look over here, you can see I've made a beautiful shelf. So it goes into the wall. So I was struggling to find corner brackets in Wix, and then I managed to find some, and it was only a packet of one. I always remember them coming in a pair, but I was like, oh well, I'll buy that. So I bought that, and I've just realised it's the ones that have got 15mm pipe on the end, so it doesn't slot over it, so you can't technically solder it, although I just wedge them in, because when it's all with these brass things, it can't go anywhere. So yeah, but what I did is I covered the join and strengthened the join with one of the brass clips on here. I'm going to quickly build this box. It's very boring. It's just a four-sided simple gas bottle box, just to cover it up, because safety, you know, gas, with a dropout vent in the bottom, just so it's in there for the pictures and people don't question it like I had some questions before. Good morning, everyone. It's a lovely day again. I am really sorry about this video. It is very long. The half an hour was just week one. So I really simplified week two. I just bosh. Anyway, I'd like to show you the last few bits of the van before this video actually ends. The video, I do have a very interesting matter that happened, of which I'm not going to say in this video. It will be next video. So if you'd like to know, it is about the van, and it's very exciting news, and it's amazing. If you've got any guesses, put them in the comments below. I won't say they're accurate if you do, but it will give you something to do. Definitely comment down below, and definitely subscribe and like, so you stay tuned and you know what this exciting news is, because you don't want to miss it, really. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the van. So I put it up for sale on Thursday. Today is Sunday, so this video is going out tomorrow, and I've just been trying to edit it, and as I say, so much work trying to clean the cab, done all that. Obviously you saw me wash it. I didn't wash it again because it hasn't rained, so when we took it to the MOT it didn't get muddy again. This I am so proud of. Again, so I was in the last van, but this one's even nicer than the last one. Look at that. So I had to pick up the stuff we were given for free, and it had that little 90°, which was perfect to put the LED strip under. Woohoo! And then, but I only had enough to do this step. But I had some little thin strip wood of oak that made up the exact same size as this trim. So I just I did a cool little join here, and then it's just, it's not actually 90-degree trim, it's 2 bits of strip wood, as I said. Put in the fuel cap just so it doesn't stand out, like, you know, like they do. Coming inside, you can see I did these upper doors, of which are really nice. They open this way for us change, unlike most ones. And I've accidentally done a really cool theme here. At the top we have pine, sort of light woods. This light pallet wood is really interesting. It's not interesting wood, but it has an interesting fact about it. All this is Lego pallet wood from my friend whose parents work in a toy shop business. So yeah, Lego pallets. Yeah, and then so you got all light, then you come below the green line and you've got dark trim, dark here, dark there, darker wood for the doors. That was totally accidental. It looks nice. Obviously you just saw this, I was just editing it. I literally filmed the whole process of how to screw it in. So I deleted all that. Obviously you got the sink there, the tap all works. I don't really want to get the sink wet and dirty for no reason, but it does work. And also I did end up putting that switch in, and also a switch for the water pump, which I almost forgot about, so when it runs dry you can switch it off because obviously it can't build up the pressure. So yeah, and then this one obviously turns on the backlight, as you can see there, and then that's the light for the inside. Oh, and also another thing you didn't see is obviously the fact that I put the plywood in the corner of the shelf, because before it wasn't there because I needed to access the water tank. One thing I almost forgot about was, here's the gas locker that I built. So it's got one of those toolbox catches, so it keeps it tight. I do need to put some foam stripping there. Each bit is sealanted with clear CT1, and as you can see, all in there is CT1, and then there's the dropout vent, which is also sealed in. So yeah, nothing's going anywhere. And I also installed this light switch, which lights up under here, but of course it's daytime now. And I also added a box inside the bench seat, so you can't put things on the heater duct. So yeah, a lot happened, and that's why nothing got filmed. Oh, I also strengthened this bit of 12mm ply, because obviously it wasn't enough for a whole wheel, so just a nice bit of thick pallet wood going across there and screwed in to the ply. Really exciting, and there's going to be some really big updates on this channel, and I'm going to really try and up the YouTube game. I've got videos planned for the next 4 weeks, 4 videos. They could change a bit because obviously I can't plan what actually happens in those 4 weeks, but I've got a rough title, you know, rough subject for each video that's coming out, and I think you guys are really going to like it, so make sure you do subscribe, hit the like button, drop the comment down below, and I really hope you like this video, because I'll see you in the next one.